Hello Guitar Heroes, welcome back to, I think this is episode 11 of Clone Hero Lessons. So today I'm going to be going over how to play Victory Solo X. Now, if you're kind of like ready to start getting into customs land, and let's say you're starting to do well on Through the Fire and Flames, Victory Solo X is a pretty good benchmark, like a little bit past Through the Fire and Flames I would say. So I'm just going to go through it in practice mode section by section. I'll do a few of the simpler ones at a time, so yeah, let's just go for it. So, at the start of this, there's a lot of triple strums. Yeah, this is a really good strumming exercise. Now right here you're going to want to tap and then do a 4 zigzag. We'll go right back to that part. Okay, so what was that? Bridge 1B. So we'll slow that down a little bit. So you got all the way up into the 4. So you could just kind of hold green for this whole thing, and you just do a lot of tapping. I mean, this isn't quite fast enough that you'll even have to do any tap notes. So, I mean, if you're doing well Through the Fire and Flames, you shouldn't have much trouble with it, this part. So let's go to, let's just take a few sections. I'll go back to full speed. Okay, so right here, okay, so we got some chimneys. So right here, so that's what a chimney is, where you just kind of tap one and then do a zigzag, and then tap one, do a zigzag, and now you got some zigzags right here, and then some triplets, and then just regular tap notes. This part's kind of weird because there's those just kind of random strum notes in the middle of those ones. Now with these triplets you can do them this way, where you just kind of tap one note, or you can like alternate. So let's just do... So this is what it looks like when you're doing this part at full speed. Yeah, that's some pretty fast tapping right there. So, Sonic outro is what? Alright, so this part... Here, we'll go back to just that section. Now, unless you're going for an FC of this song, you can pretty much just ignore that part, because if you just spam green, yellow, orange, like it's mostly just up and down and then just lots of triplets. But if you're looking to actually hit that section, tap it or something like that. So it's a little bit faster. Alright, so this section is called What The. So this section is pretty self-explanatory. I don't usually keep the streak right there. here you just got a lot of fast strumming, 5s and 3s. With the zigzags, hopefully you've seen the zigzag video or you're at least familiar with how to do it. And then right there at the end, yeah, you kind of saw right at the end how it goes 4, 2, 3, 1 a few times over. Really, you just want to like hold 1, kind of just go 4, 2, and then tap 3. 4, 2, 3. It's pretty hard because if you're just doing the zigzags with one hand, you won't see it coming, and you'll just have to try and one-hand it. So it kind of comes by surprise. I mean, that's not enough to like completely ruin your run, though. Back to the same pattern as the beginning of the song. Alright, now these triplets, I would not recommend really trying to tap them unless you're playing it at like extra fast speed or something, because the strum note at the beginning of them really just kind of screws it up. Now this part takes a little bit of odd coordination because, at least for me, it was always hard for me to learn the alternate strum, going up and down while moving around the fretboard around like that. And also when you have those triple strum notes, it'll mess up your rhythm. So instead of always leading with the down strum, now you're leading with the up strum, and that feels pretty weird if you're not used to it. So that's the first time I've ever FC'd that section. It's just a lot of, you know, a lot of weird strumming patterns. Now right there you could probably tap that. Now let's look at that again. So right here, okay. So before I've said, whenever you see groups of notes, just see them as like a swipe. So right here you see a lot of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, this is something you'll see all the time in this game. But just think of it as one big swipe and then move your hand to the next swipe. I mean, you could do like a 1, 2, 3, 4 and then just start 2, 3, 4 and then move your hand over. I mean, I used to do it that way, but ever since I started just like seeing it as these 4 and then move over to do these 4, you know, it's just a lot more comfortable. Next section. Now it's time for the actual victory solo. Slow this section down. Tap, zigzag, 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 tap, tap, zigzag. Now these patterns, when they only deal with 3 notes, are not too bad. And then yeah, right there you pretty much always take your hand off and tap that. Kind of lock shift or whatever, we'll move on. Now you get a lot of 4s and 5s. And that's kind of a lot to take in right here. It's all Guitar Hero shredding, I guess. Yeah, this stuff can really all be one-handed. Well, right there at the end, you might want to tap it a little bit. So when you tap something like that, you just want to hold the red and then use 2 fingers with your strumming hand and go orange, yellow, and then orange, yellow. And, you know, when you take turns like that, That's really the best way to do, especially descending triplets, I've found. Not that I can do it right now, apparently. Now move letter E. So this pattern's pretty fun, I would say, because this is another one where you just gotta hold red, tap orange, tap yellow, tap orange, tap yellow. You could even go up and do that if you wanted. But a lot of times I don't really like to tap unless I know it'll give me a better chance of hitting something. So that's another weird pattern you probably run into. So right here, you can't just hold the orange and tap yellow, tap red. Like, yeah, just because of the way the fretboard works. So how you have to do this is basically only pay attention. Don't even look at the orange notes. Just only pay attention to like yellow and then red and then yellow and then red. But in the meantime, you're just like spam tapping on the orange. So like you don't even have to worry about what's going on with the orange because this hand is taking care of that. But you just gotta move your bass note around. That's pretty much all you're doing. Whatever, we'll move on. Letter G. That goes back to the tapping the triplet notes. That's it. So descending triplets are just a really fun thing to practice because, yeah, you get to just sort of like, I just think it's a really easy motion to do with your hand. Ascending is a little bit trickier, I think. It just feels kind of awkward. Now this part gets pretty weird, but it's not really as hard as it looks. I'll slow that. Yeah, it's a lot of just sort of hand sweeps. I mean, I don't really know how much there is to say about a lot of just one-handed shredding. I kind of put off doing videos about that kind of thing because, I mean, it's the core of Guitar Hero. If you know how to do that, then you know how to do that. There's not much to say about it. Alright, I almost got that. Yeah, this is more just... Yeah, some more just doing a lot of sweeps. And then here's another trill pattern that you want to take your strumming hand off of for it. Alright, this part is pretty crazy. But you'll still learn that doing zigzags with one hand can be easier than two hand because, you know, when you're just doing, like say you're doing 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. I mean, if you just twitch your hand to where, you know, you can actually just hold down red, tap yellow, lift off of yellow, lift off of red, and you can just do that really fast. That really applies to any other patterns. And so even with those triplets, you just gotta hold down red and then just tap the other two. And it's pretty... It really simplifies things when you're removing notes that you have to hit. So, oh, and then you got some quads. Yeah, that's where it just gets really weird, but again, it's just find ways to slap it in the right direction. Now this part is called strumming fun, but I gotta say it's not really that fun. It's kind of annoying because it's just the pattern doesn't make a lot of sense. But Buckethead Fun, this is a fun solo. If you liked the solo in Fury of the Storm, this is very similar to that. So you just want to use your pointer finger to just hold down the green and just go for that. We'll even slow this down a little bit. Okay, you can strum with your elbow if you want. Now whenever I am holding down a bass note and tapping stuff like this, I usually just make it a rule that I only tap the one, like, see in this case, I'll hold the green and I'll only tap the red with that hand, and then I'll do the other three with these three fingers. I mean, that's my preferred way to do it. I mean, you could also do it like, you could tap the two notes with this and then do the other two with this hand. So, I mean, just do whatever is most comfortable for you. So, this section is called Soloist Strum. Sweet. I don't really see much resemblance in Soloist in that. It's like, more sweeps again. This section is just called Victory Sweep. I honestly kind of hate it when I have to sweep all the way up to 5. But, I mean, it wasn't terrible. And then we get to the outro bridge. Again, you can do that however you want. And now we are at the final actual section. And back when I played this in Guitar Hero 3, this section used to fail me if I didn't have star power, which sucks because it's at the very end of the song. So this is kind of a weird pattern, and there's a couple ways you can do it. I'm just going to show you in slow motion. So the way I usually do it is like this. I know this is probably not the most efficient way of doing this, but I just like to tap all yellow notes with one hand, and then, or all of the close notes with one hand, and then all the other notes. My tapping it in. Just get that rhythm down in your mind, because that's what you're going to have to do. The other way is to just do the zigzags the right way, and then tap the other ones. But I always get thrown off when I'm trying to do that at full speed. But I would say that way is a better way to do it. You can kind of see what I'm doing. I'm just tapping every single note. I mean, honestly, when you think about it, like, you could just hold down the bass note and then tap the next one at a pretty regular pace, and then only pay attention to the blue one. Yeah, I mean, that's something you'll really have to play around with. Yeah, that one took me years to really figure it out. And then you just have this outro. Right here you'll have star power, so you just use it right here. You just got a few notes left, and then this is probably the hardest chord in the game. So yeah, that's how you play Victory Solo X. A lot of it's pretty self-explanatory, and I've probably been going on for longer than I want to, and I'll cut out a few parts of this. So yeah, if you noticed I skipped some parts, that's just because they were pretty much pointless and easy. So yep, hope you learned it. Hope you can get at least 5 stars on this song, because feels good. But thanks for watching.